I'm going to teach you 10 ways you can monetize your podcast plus a bonus one at the end. The first way is through ads or sponsors. So for sponsors, that can look like anything from you promoting somebody's products or services, and in return they compensate you, and then you just give them like a 1-minute shout out or give like a little 1-minute pitch on what they do. And the other way is through ads. So YouTube ads, obviously you can make money through that, getting your YouTube channel monetized that way. But there's obviously some qualifications involved. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours of watch time. So as long as you have those two things, that's an option. It's probably not going to be that big at the start. Like it'll probably only be maybe a couple cents to $1. But as you start to build up your podcast, naturally you're obviously going to start making more money. The second way is through listener donations. So you can set up like a Stripe or a PayPal link on your website, and then if people love your podcast, they want to support it, you just have them go to that link and then they can give you whatever kind of donation that they feel called to give. The third way is through merch. So you can obviously sell merch like clothes, hats, mugs, cups, whatever kind of merch you want it to be. But a little tip with that is you also can do exclusive merch or holiday merch, so things that maybe you'll drop only at a specific time and then you're never going to release them again. Obviously it increases the demand for it and it makes it more valuable in the consumer's eyes. The next way is premium content. So you can have people pay to listen to unreleased episodes early, or you can have people pay to get exclusive episodes that maybe you're never going to release publicly to YouTube. You're only going to have them on maybe your platform or your website, whatever that looks like. The fifth way is affiliate links. So this is kind of similar to number one, but obviously if you have affiliate links to different things that obviously are related to your podcast or maybe a product that you use, kind of similar to sponsorships, a little bit different, but you can get commissions that way. You just put the links to those in your descriptions. Like let's say, for example, if I'm doing a podcast or a YouTube video about the equipment that I use, you can just put those links in the description. And if you have an affiliate code, obviously you put that there. And then when people purchase, then naturally you get 10, 15%, whatever that is, commission. The next way is ticket sales. So what you can do is you can host like a live podcast where people can join live, they can watch it happen live, but the only way they can access that is if they buy tickets to the event. So you can have a limited number of spots and then people purchase tickets, and then naturally they'll get to interact a lot more with you, your guests, things like that. The next one is you can advertise your group or one-on-one coaching program if you have that. I know one of my clients right now, he's doing that with his podcast as we're using it to bring in some leads, and it's gotten him at least one new client, which is, he's in high ticket sales, so that's almost $6,000 for him. So if you have something like that, it's a great opportunity for you to bring in some leads. And kind of going off of that is advertise your own products or services. So if you have a book, a course, any kind of software, etc., whatever that may be, advertise that. Put the link in the description of your podcast or on the YouTube channel. Put it down there in the description so people can click on it and find your stuff. Another way, and this way is not as common, but it's kind of thinking outside the box a little bit, is crowdsource your episodes. So what this means is basically you say, hey, I'm gonna have a special guest on. If you wanna ask him a question, it's gonna cost a small fee. We'll ask him the question, and then naturally, you obviously get paid to do that as well. And number 10 is virtual goods and features. So you can sell things like badges, shout outs, exclusive content or features that maybe they may not get access to directly on the podcast if they're just watching it for free, obviously on YouTube, but maybe if they purchase a certain badge or they've contributed a certain amount, then you give them access to exclusive things. And last but not least is podcast community. Creating a podcast community on like Facebook groups or Discord, those are some great places to do it. And it's really great obviously for pumping out your podcast, creating a loyal fan base, and pretty much any of the stuff that I mentioned before, you can just post that in those Discord or Facebook group, whatever it is that you make, and obviously those are going to be where your loyal fans are. So naturally they're going to want to be the first people on those like merch drops and things like that. So that's a really powerful place where you can build that strong community, and it can contribute to a lot of revenue for you. And if you're a podcaster and you want help monetizing your podcast, send me a DM at AndrewMSmith99 on Instagram, and I'd be happy to have a chat with you and see what we can do.